This is QTV Nightly News, which is also on Q Radio 103.3 FM. I'm Mudu Gajaga and thank you for joining us. Here are the headlines. President Adama Barrow on Friday inspected the ongoing Kiang-Kabada Road project in the Lower River region and gave the project the thumbs up. President Barrow is in Libreville after being invited to Gabon's 66th Independence Anniversary celebration today, Monday, August the 17th. The Afrimark Young Innovators Challenge held its opening ceremony and orientation for new members on Monday, providing a platform for young Africans to transform their ideas into practical solutions. In sports news, the Malawi fairy tale at this year's Women's Africa Cup of Nations WAFCON was ended by Cameroon, who triumphed 3-0 in Sunday's final in Morocco. And the Gambia Badminton Association has concluded a 10-day training program to equip physical education teachers with the knowledge and practical skills needed to teach and promote badminton in schools. Those were the headlines. Coming up next is the news in detail. Welcome and thank you for joining us. This is QTV News. President Adama Barrow on Friday inspected the ongoing Kiang-Kabada Road project in the Lower River region and expressed satisfaction with its progress. The 103-kilometer road project is part of the government's ongoing National Road Infrastructure Program. Osman Jatta reports.
The Kiang-Kabada Road project forms part of Lot 3 of the National Roads Program and has reached 93% overall physical progress. Fully funded by the government of the Gambia, the project is being executed by Longjiang Construction Company under the supervision of Gamex Consulting Engineers. Comprising 12 road links with a combined length of approximately 92.8 kilometers, the Kiang-Kabada Road project is a key component of the Kabada Loop. Upon completion, the project is expected to significantly improve connectivity among rural communities and enhance access to the Trans-Gambia Highway. During the inspection, the President and his delegation observed that all road sections have been fully sealed, with the remaining works likely focused on the installation of road furniture, traffic signs and road markings ahead of completion. Speaking to the media, President Barrow expressed satisfaction with the progress of the project.
Definitely, I am deeply honored and I am very, very happy. Laying the foundation and the completion of these projects, I think is a big, big achievement. For Kabata, it is a complete revolution. It's a complete transformation of this area. Looking at the roads, 93 kilometers. It's a big achievement. And I'm satisfied with the road also, the construction. You know, the contractor completed this road ahead of time, and quality job for that matter. And these areas, they were really deprived of development for a long time, over 52 to 60 years. They have been very, very patient. They waited so long, and they were paying their taxes, but there was no reward. But now, it is their time, definitely. As I said, Gambia is really moving. And there is no turning back. I have a team. The team is very, very strong. Team like Dr. Samate and others, they are very much committed. Without the team, it will not work. You know, I'm a football fan. I believe in teamwork. But I'm the coach on the sideline. And I also take time to come and see my projects, first-hand information. But overall, I am very, very happy, definitely. I thank all of you, thank the media, thank my ministers, thank the contractors for a very, very, very good job.
The inspection covered several communities and road sections, including Misira, Darussalam, Soma, Kayaf, Medina Sanchaba, Njolfen Sara Sajo, Sibito, Njoro, Madina Angale, and Quinala. The project is expected to further strengthen road connectivity in the Lower River region, improve access to markets and essential services, and support economic activity across communities along the Kabada Loop. In another development, President Barrow inaugurated the Madina Angale Health Post in the Lower River region, for strengthening healthcare delivery and improving access to essential health services for residents. Osman Jata, QTV News.
Elsewhere, Gambian President Adama Barrow is in Libreville after being invited to Gabon's 66th Independence Anniversary celebration today, August the 17th. His visit comes just 2 weeks after Gabonese President Brice Clotaire Oligui Nguema's state visit to the Gambia from July 30th to August the 2nd. Man Nabuka looks at Gabon's journey on how the country has fared over the years.
President Barrow traveled from Banjul on Sunday, August 16, 2026, to join the Gabonese people in commemorating 66 years of independence, marking August 17, 1960, when the country achieved sovereignty following a negotiated transition from French colonial rule. Gabon had gained internal autonomy in 1957 and became a republic within the French community in 1958, before attaining full independence 2 years later. After gaining independence, Léon Mba became the country's first president, followed after his death in 1967 by Albert Bernard Bongo, later known as Omar Bongo Ondimba. President Bongo governed for more than 4 decades, overseeing a political system dominated by the Gabonese Democratic Party, PDG. In 2009, his son Ali Bongo Ondimba succeeded him and remained president until he was removed by a military coup in August 2023. That event ended the Bongo family's long political dominance and opened a new chapter. The transformation of Gabon has been closely tied to its natural wealth. Oil became the backbone of the economy from the 1970s, while manganese, timber, and other minerals added strength. More recently, authorities have promoted local processing, infrastructure, agriculture, mining, and the timber industry to reduce dependence on crude oil. Politically, Gabon is now in its 5th republic. Brice Oligui Nguema, who led the coup and the transition after the 2023 coup, won the April 2025 presidential election. The new constitution limits presidential tenure and seeks to prevent political dynasties. President Nguema's 4-day state visit to the Gambia last month was the first by a Gabonese president, and underscored a renewed commitment by both nations to strengthen bilateral relations and expand cooperation across key sectors. During the visit, the 2 countries signed several cooperation agreements covering areas including trade, education, health, and diplomatic cooperation. As part of that trip, President Nguema also visited Ghana and Sierra Leone. As part of his official program, President Oligui Nguema toured some national institutions, development projects, and tourist attractions, including the National Food and Drug Quality Control Laboratory in Brusubi, the University of the Gambia's Faraba campus, the National Emergency Treatment Center in Farato, and the Kachikali Crocodile Pool in Bakau. The visit also saw the participation of Gabon's First Lady, Her Excellency Zita Oligui Nguema, in the launch of the Building Resilience campaign for women and girls in the face of climate change and conflict in the Gambia, led by the Gambia's First Lady, Her Excellency Madame Fatoumata Barrow. This Independence Day is a moment to reflect on Gabon's journey and on whether its next chapter can convert natural wealth, political change, and national ambition into lasting opportunity for its people. Mam Nabuka, reporting for QTV News.
The Afrimac Young Innovators Challenge held its opening ceremony and orientation for new members on Monday, providing a platform for young Africans to transform their ideas into practical solutions. Yafatuge tells us more.
The initiative gives students and young entrepreneurs the opportunity to showcase their ideas, receive mentorship, connect with industry leaders, and compete for funding and other support to develop their projects. Ida Mendy, founder and president of Afrimac, spoke about the organization's vision.
From a young age, I didn't buy into the idea that as a Gambian, I should only create solutions for the Gambians. The same way the American child is building solutions for the Gambia, for the people in Senegal, for the people in Maria. The same way Gambians should be able to develop solutions that Senegalese are going to use, the people from Asia are going to use, the American people are going to use. The same way the Senegalese is creating stuffs for their country is the same way Gambians should be able to do the same thing.
Mohamed Danso, program coordinator at Startup Incubator Gambia, highlighted how young people can develop their ideas into sustainable enterprises.
Sometimes the biggest mistake is not having a bad idea. It is falling in love with your idea before you fall in love with the problem. Because an idea only becomes a business when it creates a real value for real customers who are willing to pay for the value that you create for them.
Saidina Sisi, the Director of Programs at the National Research and Innovation Fund, spoke about the importance of entrepreneurship and innovation in achieving sustainable development.
However, for an innovation to be sustainable, it does not only have to be environmentally sound, rather it should have inherent mechanisms that help ensure that the innovation is alive on the day the grant money ends. The innovation should be able to solve a documented Gambian problem. It should have a route to a paying customer, and it can eventually stand on its own revenue.
Madam Tida Jata Jaju from the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education highlighted the important link between education and national development.
Education must prepare young people not only for examinations, no, but for life, work, innovation, citizenship, and leadership. The classroom should reflect, therefore, become a place where young people learn to identify problems, develop solutions, experiment, elaborate, and create.
The initiative brings together students from 9 high schools, giving young people an opportunity to explore entrepreneurship, innovation, and leadership. Motke Sise, the Minister of Trade, Industry, Regional Integration and Employment, commended the AfriMark initiative and encouraged young people to be innovative.
Entrepreneurship requires determination, discipline, sound management, and continuous learning. The government will continue to create the enabling environment for businesses, particularly youth-led startups and innovative enterprises. However, the ultimate success of any business depends on the commitment and determination of its founders.
With the right mentorship, investment and opportunities, initiatives like the AfriMark Young Innovators Challenge could help turn the Gambia's youthful population into a force for innovation, job creation and sustainable development. Reporting for QTV News, this is Yafatu Gay.
We will now go for a commercial break. When we return, we have some more sports news stories. Do stay tuned.
Important news for prospective pilgrims. Ajib Bank Limited, in collaboration with the Gambia International Airlines (GIA), has officially commenced the collection of deposit payments for the 2027 Hajj pilgrimage. Intending pilgrims planning to perform the holy journey with the nation's premier travel operator can now secure their spots early. The initial deposit required to register for the 2027 Hajj package is $400,000. Payments can be made at any Ajib Bank branch nationwide. After making your deposit, remember to present your bank payment slip to the Gambia International Airlines offices to update your records and finalize your registration. As seats are allocated on a first-come, first-served basis, early registration is strongly encouraged to guarantee your spot for this sacred journey. For further details on registration requirements and account information, visit your nearest Ajib Bank branch or contact the Gambia International Airlines Hajj Secretariat.
In today's world, speed matters, but slow internet can hold you back. Now, the future of connectivity has arrived in the Gambia. QCell's Q-Fiber, ultra-fast, ultra-reliable internet designed for the way you live. Stream your favorite shows without buffering. Power your business with seamless video calls. Study, work, and play online like never before. From homes to businesses, QCell Fiber is connecting the Gambia to the future. QCell's Q-Fiber. Get connected today. Call 145 or 300-3779. QCell. We innovate, others follow.
Welcome back, and I'm Mumudu Gajaga, and here are the rest of tonight's news stories. And now straight to sports news. The Malawi fairy tale at this year's Women's Africa Cup of Nations WAFCON was ended by Cameroon, who triumphed 3-0 in Sunday's final in Morocco. Adid Darame watched the action and he tells us more.
For many WAFCON watchers, Sunday's final was the clash of this edition's big stories, namely the romance of Malawi's run to the final and Cameroon goalkeepers' displays in almost every single match. As both teams separately entered the stadium, singing and dancing, there seemed to be none of the anxiety one usually sees in finalists at a big tournament. Malawi had entered the tournament, their first ever WAFCON, as the lowest ranked team, and yet had announced their intentions early by beating defending champions Nigeria in their opening group game. Many had therefore expected the final to be a battle between the fearsome strike force of Malawi's Chawinga sisters, Tabitha and Temwa, and Michele in the Cameroon goal. As things turned out, the final was effectively settled in the first half, in which Cameroon scored 3 goals without reply, and during which the Cameroon keeper did not have a save to make worthy of the name. The main culprit for Malawi, apart from the misfiring Chawinga sisters, was their goalkeeper Mercy Sikelo, who had a nightmare match and could arguably be blamed for all 3 goals she conceded. For the first goal, she fumbled across from the wing only to see the ball fall invitingly for Ngamanga to head home almost on the goal line in the 20th minute. For the second, neither goalkeeper nor defenders adequately dealt with a corner, and, with her back to goal, Naomi Eto'o swiveled to volley in an unstoppable shot. Just as the Malawians were hoping to go in at halftime with only a 2-goal deficit, they carelessly gave away possession in the 3rd minute of added-on time in the first half, and this led to Naomi Eto'o turning provider as she skillfully rounded keeper Sikelo to deliver a perfect cross for Ngamanga to power home a header for her second and Cameroon's 3rd goal. The Malawians came out with a lot more determination in the second half, but did not provide Michele with a chance to show why she deserved the Golden Glove for the tournament's best goalkeeper. Cameroon even had good opportunities for an even bigger score, but despite Ngamanga rounding Sikelo in the Malawi goal, and with the goal gaping, and a chance to grab a hat-trick and the golden boot for the top scorer, she somehow managed to fire wide. In the game's dying moments, Cameroon brought on their captain Ngone for the trophy presentation, and she almost had a dream entrance. After once again rounding the unfortunate Sikelo, she peeled away in wild celebration, only to see the goal disallowed and get a yellow card for taking off her jersey in celebration. Although this was Malawi's first final, it was Cameroon's 4th, and they were at last able to celebrate a win after a hat-trick of heartache. At the final whistle, their joy was perfectly understandable, and Cameroon legends Patrick Mboma and Samuel Eto'o, who is also their federation president, were there to see them receive their medals and the trophy from CAF President Patrice Motsepe and FIFA President Gianni Infantino. Malawi, meanwhile, can lick their wounds, knowing that they left a lasting impression on everyone and that they have qualified for next year's World Cup as well, along with beaten semi-finalists Morocco and Algeria, and of course Cameroon, the winners of this tournament. For QTV News, I am Ade Darami.
Still on sports news, the Gambia Badminton Association has concluded a 10-day training program to equip physical education teachers with the knowledge and practical skills needed to teach and promote badminton in schools. Jacqueline Colley reports.
The training, held from the 10th to 17 August, brought together 15 PE teachers from across the country and followed an earlier training course conducted from 7th to 10th of August, also designed to strengthen students' understanding and capacity in the sport. Badminton is a racket sport played either between 2 opposing players in singles or 2 teams of 2 in doubles. Players use a lightweight racket to hit a feathered or synthetic shuttlecock over a net, with the objective of landing it within the opponent's court. The sport requires speed, agility, coordination and balance and quick decision-making. Here is Ahmed Reda from Egypt, the course expert.
So Badminton Africa, I can assure you that it will be committed to support Badminton Gambia for the future in any development activities, workshops, courses, giving opportunities to coaches, players to have the experience and to move the sport outside, just not only in Gambia but also beyond.
By Madi Cisse, the first vice president of the Gambia Badminton Association, says developing the sport at school level can provide young people with an opportunity to discover and participate in badminton while building a stronger foundation for the country's future athletes.
Now, specifically, why have we chosen to train these PE teachers? The answer is very simple. Because had we done it the other way around, whereby we were to train, let's say, 15 badminton players, that would have meant that we only develop 15 badminton players. But if we were to train just one PE teacher, that one PE teacher has the potential to develop more than 50 badminton players. And that is why today we have invested in the PE teachers.
The president of the Gambia Badminton Association, Abdullah Sise, highlighted the program and the aim to further develop badminton as a sport in the Gambia.
Yeah, badminton is a game like it's an Olympic game. In fact, like all over games, it's been played nationally and internationally. So this badminton consists of 3 different sets, but we have the single, we have the doubles, and we have the mixed doubles. I think the mixed double explains everything. So that's what about badminton, and it's a very, very, very nice game to play. It's been known all over the world by the ASEAN. It's an Asian game, but it has been introduced here in the Gambia since 2019. So we are moving, and we are a stakeholder to the National Sports Council, we are a stakeholder to the Gambia National Olympic Committee, and we are also, as I said earlier, with the BWF that for Africa and for the world.
The initiative also forms part of efforts to strengthen the capacity of local teachers and create greater awareness of badminton, with schools seen as an important platform for identifying and nurturing young talent. In most sports, getting involved at a young age tends to lead to a lasting love for the sport. Here are Sarah Kamara, the Communications Public Relations Manager of the National Sports Council, and Baidu Dujalo, the President of the Gambia National Olympic Committee.
The real success of this program will be seen when the knowledge and skills gained here are taken into our schools and communities, where more importantly, young people can discover and enjoy badminton.
The momentum is positive, the momentum is great. We have seen the organization of national competitions in badminton. Here we are doing a capacity building for PE teachers and even students and young kids in badminton. We have also seen the association participating in international competitions. They have been in Ghana participating in African Championship in badminton. This is really what we want to see as a National Olympic Committee, because this is what it takes to take badminton to another level here in this country.
The training of PE teachers is expected to help take badminton beyond specialized sporting spaces into schools where teachers can introduce students to the fundamentals of the game and encourage wider participation. Reporting for QTV News, I'm Jacqueline Colley.
And also in sports news, and finally, league champions Bakote United FC, popularly known as Bufa, and on Sunday, clinched the Manjai Super Cup trophy after defeating Buxby FC by a lone goal on a rainy afternoon at the Father Golf Sports Complex in Manjai. Pakaba Suso was there and he now reports.
Wow, wonderful. Thank you very much.
The 2026 Manjai Super Cup final, billed as the Bakote Derby, live up to expectations despite the pouring rain. Both teams display remarkable resilience, determination and desire in a fiercely contested encounter played before an electrifying atmosphere and a gathering of dignitaries led by the officials of the Gambia Football Federation. League champions Bufa FC started the game brightly, both on and off the ball, showcasing the quality and discipline that have earned them their academy reputation. Their dominance eventually paid off midway through the first half when Saliu Goody opened the scoring with a sensational glancing header from a delicious delivery from the right flank. However, as the rain intensified, the flow of the game was disrupted, making it difficult for both sides to maintain their rhythm and play their usual style of football before the break. After the break, Buxby FC came out with renewed intensity, despite the waterlogged conditions, piling relentless pressure on their opponents. They created several opportunities, particularly from set-piece situations, as they surged desperately for an equalizer. However, Bufa FC remained compact and disciplined, absorbing the pressure with remarkable resilience and holding on firmly until the final whistle. After the game, Bakote United FC coach Abdul Aziz Jeng said his players gave everything despite the difficult conditions. Molamin Toure is the head coach of Buxby FC.
So they can accept in good faith, right? They might drawing board, try to take it from there.
Bakote United FC not only secured the bragging rights, but also walk away with a coveted trophy and a cash prize of $35,000, while Buxby FC received $25,000 for their efforts. With the curtain raiser now over, the real business gets underway on Tuesday as the Nawetan proper kicks off. A total of 36 teams have been drawn into 8 groups to battle for the QCell-sponsored Manjai League trophy. Interestingly, Bufa FC and Buxby FC will have another chance to renew their rivalry after being drawn in the same group. For QTV News, Pakaba Suso.
Well, that's it for QTV News at this moment. Thank you very much for watching. Join us at 10 p.m. for another bulletin.